Hello, everyone. I hope you're all well and staying safe. I'm Deepa Agarwal, and I thank each one of you for taking the time out and being present as we celebrate the International Yoga Day with Flo Kanpur. Yoga is not a religion, it is a lifestyle. This makes yoga literally the exact remedy to break out of the stress bubble we all live in, especially during these unprecedented times. It is naive to believe that all this stress does not affect our health and appearance, causing fine lines, dark circles, acne, etc. That's the reason why facial care has become the most trending word right now. Facial yoga is a brilliant practice to cleanse and detox our skin and get the glow from inside. This brings me to introduce our esteemed guest for the day, Kamlesh Barwalji, a highly accomplished and recognized yoga leader associated with the Art of Living Foundation since the past 20 years. Bestowed with the Visha Lakshi Award for contribution to the field of yoga, Kamlesh ji also leads the Shri Shri School of Yoga globally as their CEO. Adding to this, Kamlesh ji is also the Secretary General of Indian Yoga Association and an honorable advisor of yoga for Ayush Vibhag Government of Himachal Pradesh. Kamlesh ji has successfully coordinated 7 international women's conferences that converged thousands of brilliant and promising women leaders to deliberate and discuss ways of enabling women to achieve greater heights while performing the role of a catalyst in the positive transformation of society. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Kamlesh ji to this session of Facial Nirvana with Flo Kanpur. Welcome, Kamlesh ji. We are really looking forward to the next 1 hour. So without further ado, let me invite our dynamic chairperson, Kanika Ved, to take the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa. Thank you so much. Namaskar and a very good afternoon to everyone. Wishing you all a very happy International Yoga Day. I'm extremely excited to introduce this session on facial yoga in celebration of this momentous day. What makes this day even more prestigious is the fact that it was proposed by our very own Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. The theme for this yoga day is Yoga for Wellness. Over the past 1.5 years, we have seen a sharp inclination towards yoga all over the world. We saw videos of doctors doing yoga, patients in the hospitals doing breathing exercises. We even saw schools making yoga compulsory for children every day before they start their online classes. Yoga has become a tool for self-confidence and discipline. Facial yoga is a form of yoga that is of utmost importance with us working remotely due to the pandemic. What's more, this form of yoga is not only beneficial for you, but also for your children, parents, and the rest of your family who are either taking classes online or are doing their jobs in remote setting. I hope that today's session will not only leave you refreshed, but will give you something to share with your families and friends. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji rightly said that yoga is undoubtedly the best app that everyone must download in their life. And truly, use of this app becomes more relevant today when we are hooked on to innumerable social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Today, we are extremely privileged to have with us Art of Living Global Head, Kamlesh Barwalji, who will guide us through short, simple, yet powerful techniques to calm our mind and brighten up our personalities. Before we begin this session, I would request everybody to put their mics on mute. And in case you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. We will take them towards the end of this session. तो आइए हम सब मिलकर कमलेश दीदी से कुछ एक ऐसा योग सीखते हैं जो सूक्ष्म जरूर है, बस इस वक्त उसकी महत्व सबसे ज्यादा है. Welcome to you, Kamlesh ji.
Thank you so much, Deepa ji. Thank you so much, Kanika ji. So wonderful to see you all. Namaste ji, everybody. Namaste from the mountains. मैं हिमाचल में हूँ आज, शिमला में हूँ और शिमला की इतनी सुंदर वादियों से मैं इतनी सुंदर महिलाओं के साथ आज मेरा संपर्क हो रहा है. I'm able to join and connect with such not just beautiful women on outside, but beautiful women on inside. And I'm very happy and privileged. Thank you so much, Vicky Flo Kanpur, for inviting me. Thank you, Kanika ji, for all your effort. We've had a really busy day today. I wish you all a very happy International Day of Yoga. I think I have started early this morning. I did a session for Malaysia, and you know they are a couple of hours ahead. So we had a very early session, and we have been continuously, hopping from one session to another. It's such an amazing day for all the yoga lovers around the world, when millions are joining in all forms of yoga. But the most interesting session that I'm having today is this one. I was so looking forward and very excited to this session when I don't have to do the common yoga protocol that all the common people in the world are doing. We, the special ladies, are going to be doing something absolutely uncommon and different and much higher and much valuable today. So I know I just have 1 hour. Before we actually start the practices, begin the practice, I want to share some little bit things that I know about facial yoga. I have a very different understanding of keeping your face looking happy and healthy and fresh and light. I will come to that a little later. But let us understand how we are made up of, what we are made up of. As we all know, our face is the expression of our soul. It's the eyes that convey what's going on in one's mind and what we are thinking. So we, or anything for that matter in this creation, is made up of two aspects, matter and spirit. Are you able to hear me? Everyone?
Yes, you're right.
Matter and spirit. वो कहते हैं ना, दो है, हमारे अस्तित्व के दो भाग है. अब आपने सुना होगा, you must have heard this. Asti, Bhati or Priti. Asti, Bhati, Priti. You've heard about it. Asti means it is, isness. Bhati means knowledge and wisdom or an expression. Priti means love. So these are the subtle qualities or the subtle aspects of our existence. फिर आता है नाम रूप. Then comes the name and the form, naam or roop. These are the manifest qualities of our existence. So we are made up of all five. What? Asti, Bhati, Priti, Naam and Roop. The subtle aspects and the manifest aspects. So there are some people who reject the outer beauty, in favor of a very spiritual quest. People who talk about, the people usually using words like nirvana, inner beauty. So they usually, what they will do, they will just reject the outer beauty and they say whatever is, that is inside of us. Yet there are some people who will focus only on the outer beauty. And either of them are incomplete. I say it's neither in nor out, rather both. Today in this session, let us look how both the inner beauty and outer beauty are equally important. How inner beauty and outer beauty both contribute to a beautiful personality. That is something that we will look at today. Okay? See, abhi Bharat mein to Natya Shastra bahut hota hai na? And from Natya Shastra to the modern day theater, our face has been the most expressive part of our body. Abhinay, the art of expression, it is given a very valuable place in our traditional dances in India and all around the world for that matter. So when it comes to a personal life or a professional presentation, what is important is the face that we've put forward, a face that we've put forth. As they say that, as I have said earlier also, that the first impression is the most lasting impression. And we don't get too many chances to make that. We only get one chance to make it. And when you are smiling and when your face is relaxed, what will that do? That'll put everyone around you also at ease and at peace, making your presence much more effective. So in today's session, we will look at all the possible ways to not only put your best foot forward, but also to put your best face forward. So shall we all begin? I'll teach you some techniques of enhancing your outer beauty, the Nama Rupa, and then some techniques of enhancing the inner beauty, the Asti Bhati and Prem, love. You know, there have been some researches that have said that a newborn baby will laugh more than 100 times or even 400 times in a day. Some researchers have said that newborn baby laughs more than 400 times a day. And then you grow up, then you become an adolescent. And they say an adolescent or a teenager is smiling about 40 to 50 times a day. And then we become adults. And the research said that as an adult, we smile, say, 4 times a day, or sometimes 6 times a week. So yes, Nalini, I can see that look on your face, but that's true. So, and then there is another interesting thing that we need to know. When we are smiling, we are only using about 4 muscles on our face. And when we are frowning, we go up to using about 70 to 72 muscles in our face. So we are expending or spending much more energy making that poker, sad, and angry face. While we preserve a lot of energy if we have a smile on our face. And that preserved energy can be used for so many productive things to happen in our body. Are we understanding this? Yes. So the first exercise, the first facial yoga asana or pose that we are going to learn, I call it kiss and smile. I have learned it from my guru, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji. And it's very simple. What are we going to do? We are going to pout our lips into a kiss like this. Everyone, Acha, you have to do it. I was told it's a practical session. If I have to only give a lecture, I can do that too for an hour. But it's a practical session, then I would want everyone who are sitting in front of me to follow me. Is it going live out on a Facebook feed?
Yes.
Okay, then all of you need not worry. It's only me who is on the screen. So people are going to see me making these weird faces. You're all safe. So you can participate with your 100%. Okay? Chaliye. So let us make a pout and kiss. And then stretch your lips as far wide as possible, taking them towards the ears. Very nice. We do this a couple of times, say about 8 to 10 times. And we can repeat this twice or thrice every day. Yes. And nowadays it is so easy to do all these exercises because we are all the time wearing masks, right? You can sit in your office wearing a nice big mask and keep doing this. So no one knows that you're exercising your face. Yeah. And then there is another very interesting thing about this, the smiling face. So when you pull your lips out on the sides, what happens is the muscles on your cheeks, they send a signal into the brain. And they tell the brain, hey, we are smiling. And the moment brain realizes that, oh, the lips are stretched means I am smiling, brain gets fooled into this feeling that I'm actually smiling. So what does brain do? Brain will release some happy hormones in the body, and this fake smile of yours in some time will turn into a genuine smile. So even if it becomes very difficult to smile sometimes, all you need to do is stretch your lips out on both the sides, sit there like this for a while, wait for the magic to happen, and you will see some strange thing happens in the body, some chemical reaction happens in the body, and you will realize you actually start to smile. So this is the first thing, smile and kiss. Now, the second exercise that we are going to learn is, because we are smiling so much, now that I have told you so much about smiling, after some time, there's a possibility we will develop these laugh lines here, which I have because I keep smiling all the time. So what do we do for them? You know, the next, I don't want to call it exercise, but the next beautiful pose that we are going to do is, we can also call it a balloon pose. What we have to do is we just fill our mouth with lot of air as much as we can, pushing our cheeks out, eventually pushing that air forward into the upper lip and the lower lip. So you feel that, you know, air pushing against your chin and against your upper lip. Can we all do this? And then we hold for some time, say 5 seconds, 5 to 7 seconds, just hold, and then slowly release. This is going to really take care of all that goes wrong around this area. Okay, breathe in. Let the air get filled even in your upper lips and the lower lip. And open your eyes big, Hanumanasana. And relax. While you're doing this, have this smiley feeling inside you. You know, this smiling business, we are not going to let go of it. All right? Because, you know, I very strongly believe there are a lot of people who think that yoga is something very serious. And if you walk into a yoga class, you better put a very serious face. But I have been teaching yoga for so many years. And I know the purpose of yoga is to be able to smile and relax. And if we do it seriously, then we are defeating the very purpose of yoga. Yes or no? So breathe in. And relax. Very nice. See, when you were smiling inside, this felt better, right? Easier, better, more natural, and not very strange. Yeah, this is what smile does. The moment you are smiling, you feel natural, not very strange. Yeah, chalo, ek baar fir karenge. So have a smile inside, open your eyes really big and wide, and fill your mouth with a lot of air and push it forward. Push the air forward as if you're just about to, you know, throw it out of your mouth like that. Have that feeling that you're pushing against your upper lip and your lower lips. Chaliye, breathe in. And relax. Excellent. रेखा जी, आप तो बहुत ही अच्छा कर रहे हैं. आपको देख के मैं प्रसन्न हो रही हूँ अभी. She's turned her camera off. All right. So this is something again that you can do twice or 3 times every day. This is going to bring a lot of blood circulation around your face. And you know, when you're holding your breath in like that for some time, don't hold it for too long. And if you have, say, high blood pressure or heart problem, make sure that you don't hold for too long. Okay? When you're holding your breath, what are you doing? You're also supporting your weak lungs, especially in this time when when we are going through such terrible time, and there is constant attacks on our respiratory system and our lungs. A lot of people have had issues with breathing, and lungs are affected. So if we are practicing this, this is also helping our body with better oxygenation. So you're holding your breath in is what are you doing? You're giving your weaker lungs a little bit more time, a little time to process and oxygenate the blood. So it's a good practice, not only for keeping your face looking healthy and happy and glowing and wrinkle free, but it is also going to support your breathing. Am I clear, everyone? Yeah. So this is also something that you can do 3 times every day. Yes. Next very important thing is saying sorry for not having practiced this for all these years. So this is the third exercise that we are going to learn. Because you were lazy, you didn't do this for so many years, and you took, you had to wait till 2021 for me to come and teach you this. So you have to say sorry for being late. What are we going to do is we are going to press around our ears, starting from top all the way down. Our ears, they hold key to so many nerves, and they can do miracles, not just with our body, but also with our mind. If you're feeling very restless, agitated, and you're feeling a little troubled with whatever is going on in your office or at home, just close your eyes and start rubbing your ears, pinching them from top all the way down, and again all the way up. Just rub them around nicely, give them a good hard rub. You will see that after some time, you start feeling relaxed. Your mind calms down, and the clutter in the head is settled. So it's magic that just pulling your ears can do, make you do. Maybe that is why when we were younger in school, our teachers would make us pull our ears. It makes us much more attentive because it declutters the mind. The moment your mind is decluttered, what will happen? You will be able to pay much more attention to the present moment. So this is a very good exercise that will help you come to the present moment, calm down your mind and all the nerves in your face, making your face also look calm and relaxed and bright. Chaliye, let's start rubbing our ears. We start from the top and we go all the way down. अच्छे से कान पकड़ना है और माफी मांगनी है कि बड़ी देर कर दी हमने ये सब करने में. Even though we say our face is the expression of our soul, etc. But while everyone is doing all sorts of asanas, standing on their head, taking the leg and putting up on your head, nobody is really doing enough for the face, isn't it? And those who do, sometimes we start labeling them stuck in the outer beauty. It's very important to know that we are made up of both, the manifest and the subtle. And we have to take care of both, the manifest and the subtle. Chalo, abhi jaise घुमाते हैं कानों को ऐसे, round, 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 round. And pull your ears down and down and pull them down and relax. How do you feel? Tell me. Nice, right? Something just calms down inside. This is very good. So this rubbing the ears, pulling them down, pulling them out, pulling them up. We must do this 2-3 times every day. And let your children know that if the teacher in school is pulling their ears, it's only good for them. It's all right. So let us not feel bad about it anymore. I don't feel bad about it anymore now. When I came to know the advantage of this, I started thinking why my teachers didn't pull it more often. I could have become even better a person probably. Okay? So what did we do first? Kiss and smile. And then what did we do? Fill the mouth with air like a Hanumanji and hold the breath for some time. And the third thing that we did is pulling our ears. ठीक है? Yes? Okay, then we come to eyes. Someone just wrote that they have very beautiful eyes. All of you have very beautiful eyes. I saw someone writing in the chat box that you have very beautiful eyes. You all have very beautiful eyes. So let us make sure that, and I know we are all working on and especially with this pandemic and lockdown, our screen times have gone up. Yes or no? We hardly exercising our eyes. We are sitting morning till Nalini ji. Thank you so much for writing this. Thank you. I take it. And especially with mobile phones, we are really messing up our eyes. So let us do something that makes sure that there is no dryness in the eyes. We don't lose luster of our eyes. We don't lose the glint in our eyes. Of course, as I said, eyes are just expressing the state of our mind. So we have to do something about the mind also for our eyes to shine. Where that aspect we will come to a little later. For now, we will learn some simple eye exercises that can keep that glint, that spark in our eyes going. Okay. So what you do is put your hands in front of you, raise your index fingers. Let both the fingers be raised up in front. Just take the right index finger all the way to the right side and follow the right finger with your eyes without moving your head. So you don't move your head, just follow the finger. Take it all the way back, far back as possible, as far back as possible. I've been speaking all this morning. And slowly come back. Follow the finger. I've spoken so much since I think 5 a.m. that now my tongue is going all over the place. Okay, here we go. On the other side, take your left index finger all the way out on the left side and back as much as possible. And follow the finger all the way to the left side with your eyes and keep looking at the finger and bring it back slowly. So do it very slowly. Keep the movement of your finger and your eyes coordinated. Follow nicely. Follow the movement of your finger nicely. So do it 3 times on one side and do it 3 times on the other side. This is extremely important. And you know what you do? If you have spent 1 hour on your computer or staring at your phone, you put a reminder for yourself. Put your phone down, close down your screen, and this is exactly what you are supposed to do. So having your eyes, move your eyes all the way to the right side and then back to the center and then all the way to the left side and back to the center. Do it 3 times on both the sides. This is clear, everyone? Yeah? Okay. And after this, what we need to do is, I don't know if I'm a little old school. We used to watch these Hindi movies and then, there would be this groom coming to see the bride. And when the bride doesn't want groom to like her, what would the bride do? Show me. Yeah. I've seen in films. I don't know if we did this in real life. So what are we going to do? We're going to bring both the eyes together and stare down at the tip of your nose. Stay there for 5 seconds and then relax. Can we all do this? Yeah. So just open, and you have to do it with your eyes wide open. So if you look down, nobody will even know what you're doing. So you open your eyes wide and big and then bring them together and you are staring at the tip of your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close your eyes. Open your eyes. All right. This can also be repeated 3 times. I know some of you might feel a little dizzy, but that's okay. Yeah. So after you have used your laptop or your phone for almost an hour, as I said, just put it down and then first look to the right, then look to the left, do it 3 times on either side, and then stare at the tip of your nose. This is the source of life. Yes or no? Your life force is moving in from this point in your body. So you're actually staring at the source of life. So keep a big smile when you do that, okay? Let's practice this one more time. Bring your eyes together and stare at the tip of your nose. Count 5 mentally. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then close your eyes. This helps in production of tear. So if you have those dry eyes and dryness, this will help soothe them and bring that little spark in your eyes. Let's do this one more time. Eyes come close to each other. And then you're staring at the tip of your nose. And then close your eyes and just rest. If you're feeling a little dizzy and some heaviness in your forehead, that's all right. That will go in some time. And slowly open your eyes. Very nice. This is clear, everyone? Yeah? अभी already चक्कर तो आ ही रहा है ना? आ रहा है, कितने लोगों को चक्कर आ रहा है? चलो फिर इस चक्कर को ही पूरा करते हैं. चक्कर को second stage of चक्कर में लेके जाते हैं. So after this, what we are going to do is we rotate. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to show you now. So take your eye, look down first, go all the way to the left, go all the way up, make full circles, look down on the right side and come back. Continue. Some 5 circles on one side and then 5 circles on the other. And then squeeze your eyes, squeeze and close them tight. Squeeze. And open big and wide. And squeeze again, squeeze. And open your eyes. Very nice. Wow. Good. Feels nice, right? Just these 3 eye exercises are enough. You practice this after a few hours every day. If you have stayed too long in front of your computer, TV screen, or your phones, I tell you, you will have very bright eyes and your eyesight will be good and you won't have that dryness that normally gets developed because of the high screen time. This is done. Very nice. Then there is another very interesting, we call it Kaki Mudra in yoga. What is it called? Kaki Mudra. It's also very good for, of course, calming the mind and relaxing the facial muscles. Along with that, supporting our respiratory system. And more than anything, it also works very well on the double chin. So it just helps you, sharpen a little bit of your jawline and take care of that little fat that gets accumulated here around your chin. So how do we do that? And this is like an ancient yogic practice. These are not like exercises that are developed now. They have been they used to be practiced for a very long time now. Kaki Mudra. What we are going to do is we will breathe in through the nose and then turn your chin up, look up. Open your eyes big and have this feeling as if you're blowing out the candles there somewhere. कहीं तो उधर सब मोमबत्तियां रखी है और आपने उनको फूंक मारकर बुझाना है. So there's a little effort that is needed, but Just have this feeling that you're blowing out the candles somewhere up there on the ceiling. We begin on top and we keep blowing out the candles and keep bringing our face down and until we bring the chin to the chest. Kind of a chin lock. थोड़ा जलंधर बंद जैसे लगाएंगे, ऊपर से आकर फिर यहाँ पे बंद सा लगा दिया. Just holding the breath for a moment and then release. ठीक है? Clear है सबको? चलिए, I'll show you once and then we can all do it together. So we breathe in like this. Keep your chin stretched out. And relax. So you breathe in, breathe out, keep blowing up, keep the chin stretched out. Keep the chin stretched out and then tuck the chin into your chest. Hold for a few seconds and then release. Do it 3 times, everybody, together. Chaliye, let's do it together. Good. 2 more times. Excellent. Very nice. This is clear, everyone? Yes? Yeah? So, Kaki Mudra. We breathe out and then tuck the chin to your chest. And a very interesting yoga pose for all the ficky lionesses. Simhasana. The very famous lioness pose. It comes very naturally to us women, isn't it? So this not only takes care of your facial muscles and tone them and do all the magic that we need to happen on our face, but also it will instill valor inside us. No? It brings a lot of valor inside us. It's known to make you fearless and strong and, of course, bright and shining. Just like a very youthful, beautiful lioness. So what we have to do is we'll open our fingers wide, as far wide as possible. Stretch your fingers out. Stretch your fingers out. Fingers as far wide from each other as possible. है ना? उंगलियों को पूरा खोल देंगे. You should feel some stretch happening here. Good. And keep them here. Keep your hands open here. Now we breathe in and stick out our tongue as far out as possible. Okay? Exhalation will happen through the mouth. Through the mouth. So you exhale forcefully through the mouth and then stay there. Hold that position for some time, few seconds. And then again, breathe in, exhale, tongue sticking out and eyes wide open. So what you're going to do is you stick your tongue out, pulling the tongue down towards your chin, while with your eyes, you're looking up. So you're raising your eyebrows and looking up towards the ceiling. Am I clear, everyone? तो आपने जीभ निकाल के ठोड़ी की तरफ, नीचे की तरफ खींचना है और आंखों को खोल के आंखों से ऊपर आकाश की ओर देखना है. ऐसे करना है. तो एक अपोजिंग फोर्स क्रिएट करना है चेहरे पे. ठीक है. और साथ साथ में उंगलियों को दूर करना है. उंगलियों के बीच में जो ये भाग है इसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको दर्द होगा, वो ठीक है, वो करना है. चलिए, लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर. Everyone should practice with me. You should know that I am the one who is on the screen. Okay, you are not. So if I can do all this, you can all do it definitely to encourage me. Yeah, chalo. And those who are sitting with your cameras off, you're really being mean to me. That's not nice at all. And I don't appreciate it. Karo apne camera on and give me some support. I like it. Okay. Chalo. Open your hands like this. Fingers far and wide open. Good. Breathe in. And relax. Got it? So we breathe out, tongue pushed down, and eyes looking up, and fingers wide apart. So this force being applied on all directions. Okay? Chaliye. Only women can do this, because women are natural multitaskers. We can stretch our fingers on right and left side, and eyes go up and tongue go down. If you make men do this at home, I'm telling you, none of them can do this. They can't pull a lion pose at all. That's why I call it a lioness pose. Chaliye. Fingers stretched out. Breathe in. Tongue out. And relax. Very nice. It's nice to see you all like this. We do it one more time. Okay, one last time. Lioness pose. Breathe in. And relax. Close your eyes. Relax your hands down. And just observe the sensations inside. Watch the tingling sensation in the facial muscles. You know they are feeling good now. Slowly, you may open your eyes. Good. I'm teaching you one last yogic kriya or a yogic technique for the Nama and Rupa, the outer world. Okay. This is called Kapol Dhauti Kriya. What do we do in this? We inhale deeply through the mouth. You inhale through the mouth. Fill your mouth with air, lot of air. Okay. And then with your thumb, just press down on the nostrils and bring your hands together like this. All your fingers joined together in Namaste in front of you. Okay? Yes. So what are we going to do? We breathe in. Fill your mouth with a lot of air. Okay, and as you're exhaling slowly, exhale from the mouth very slowly like a straw. And bring your chin down towards your chest. Okay? So what did we do? We breathe in through the mouth, fill your mouth with a lot of air, and then make this mudra, your hands together like this, your thumbs pressing down on the sides of your nose. And then, as if you're blowing out slowly through a straw, breathe out. And bring the chin close to your chest. You will feel slight pressure on your cheekbones, on the upper part of your cheekbones and your forehead, which is all right. That's exactly what we want to do. Okay, let's do it 3 times. Hands like this. And relax. So what you're doing is you're taking your chin all the way in till you breathe out completely. So press, creating a lock here. बंद यहाँ पे बंद लगाएंगे अच्छे से और मुंह से सांस छोड़ते जाएंगे. As you're exhaling, you're creating a lock here. Okay, that will create some pressure on the upper part of your face, which is okay. It's good. Lot of blood circulation. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in. And relax. Good. One more time. I want to see you practicing now. I'll watch everyone doing it. Excellent. Kapaldhauti Kriya. This is also, again, it'll fill your face up in the right places and chisel it in the right places. Just what it is going to do is it's just going to tone down the muscles in your face and give a kind of a balance to your right side and the left side of your face. And of course, it has a lot of other advantages. It is also like a Shuddhi Kriya for your nasal and sinus cavity. So it also makes your breathing better, fills you with a lot of prana and energy, which in turn makes you happy. And you all know happy women are the prettiest, isn't it? So being happy, being at ease with yourself and being at ease with all around you is truly beautiful. A smile that is contagious, an ability, that can create vibrancy around you. That is the sign of true beauty and good health. Now, how can we remain happy all the time? How do I be happy is the question. This is my favorite story that I go around telling people. There was this man who went to a doctor and he told his doctor, he said, doctor, I am having pains all around in my body. My shoulders are aching, my legs are paining, my stomach doesn't work right, my head seems to have really been hurting for many days. I don't know what to do about it. So the doctor performed all the possible tests that he could, and he checked this person and did all the blood tests and whatever tests he had, and he checked him for all kinds of illnesses. And after the results came out, he called this person and he told him, my dear one, there is nothing wrong with you. I have conducted all tests on you. Your body is absolutely fine. Why don't you do a thing? Why don't you go and visit the circus? That clown there in the circus will make you happy, make you relaxed and calm down, and you will feel better. So this man kept quiet for a while, and then after some time he said, doctor, I am the clown. So, it is one thing to make others laugh, but it's another thing to really be happy from inside. This clearly indicates that no matter what we do outside in the world, no matter how many jokes we crack, no matter how many people we make laugh in a day, unless we have learned to tap into the powerful force inside of us, the source of joy and happiness that lies inside of us, happiness and peace will just remain a far-fetched reality for us, isn't it? Yeah? Yes, you agree, right? We can go on fixing so many things in the outside world. That is exactly what we go on doing all our life. We try to fix so many things in the outside world, but very few things inside of us. And if the reason for our happiness and joy lies in, list of some external this thing and that thing, then I don't think we are ever able to going to experience a happy and a stable state of mind. And I feel that women, you and I, are naturally a very beautiful blend of both strength and vulnerability, both courage and so much compassion. You know, we are very fearless, yet we are very cautious. Yes or no? You will never see women rash driving. We are always so cautious. In that caution, sometimes we do mess up driving, but that is our nature. We can be very fearless. We'll protect our families and friends. At the same time, we are very cautious in life. You will see women saving for future. Yes. So this is a very beautiful combination that men don't have. And these are the essential prerequisites, I think, for an inward journey, for introspection. So I think for women, it's very natural to be able to introspect, to be able to connect with the nature, to be able to quieten down, to be able to tap into her inner strength. So meditation, I believe, comes very effortlessly, very easily to a woman. And meditation is the most and the most effective and the easiest most way to help us relax, calm down, de-stress, and be able to express ourselves in the outer world with more ease and joy and happiness. You know, there are so many studies today that go on to saying that just 20 minutes of meditation every day can decrease blood cortisol levels. They increase so much of endorphin levels in our body. And that is why a very natural, happy, positive state of mind gets created with a short meditation practice. So while we do all these things for the outside, we all need to meditate to be able to reach the source of happiness, which is inside. And as women, I tell you, it's very easy for us because it's natural. We have this quality of compassion, introspection, caution, love, affection. So it's so easy for us. If you want a glowing, healthy skin, you need to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes every day tapping into that source inside you. You know, just like when everything is going wrong outside, bad outside, if you close your eyes, you will be able to find this calm spot inside you, just like a hurricane. You know, in a hurricane, there is this calm center. We are also made like in that hurricane shape. There can be a lot of mess going on the outside, but the inside, somewhere, the eye inside of the hurricane is very calm and silent. To tap into that, we need to close our eyes. And that is absolutely essential because, you know, if we want to experience anything which is deep and precious, we will have to close our eyes. This morning, I was addressing some school students and I was telling them, you know, we go to these temple tours. मंदिर जाते हैं ना हम लोग, तिरुपति बालाजी जाते हैं, वैष्णो देवी जाते हैं, 3-3 घंटा लाइन में लगते कि नहीं? We stand in queue for 3 hours waiting for a small glimpse of the deity. Yeah. And after 3 hours, when we finally get a chance to get into the shrine inside and we are almost about to be face to face with the deity, what happens? At that very moment, our eyes get shut. Yes or no? 3 घंटे लाइन में लग के आप अंदर मंदिर में गए और जैसे ही आप अंदर वहां टेम्पल श्राइन में पहुंचते, वो मूर्ति के सामने आते क्या होता है? आंख बंद हो जाती है. And even before you realize or open your eyes, you are already pushed out of the temple, isn't it? So you didn't get to see the deity at all. You come out and then you go to those small shops outside the temple. भैया ये फोटो देना जरा मूर्ति की. Then we see the photograph and then we say, अच्छा ऐसा दिखता है, हमने तो अंदर देखा ही नहीं. This happens, right? So at the peak of any experience, that experience can be of joy, of love, of peace, any experience, at the peak of any experience, your eyes are bound to get shut. स्वाद सी चटनी खाओ आंखें खोल के, मैं चैलेंज करती हूँ आपको. जैसे ही टेस्टी सी चटनी मुंह में डाली, आंखें खुद ब खुद बंद हो जाती है कि नहीं? Yes. So for any experience, any deep experience, your eyes get shut. Why? Because the joy, the pleasure, the peace, that is not in the outside. Where is it? Inside. And to experience it, what we need to do is close our eyes, take a dip inside, and then experience it. तो अगर हमको प्रसन्नता का अनुभव करना है, खुशी का अनुभव करना है, खुश रहना है, अंदर से प्रसन्न रहना है, शांत रहना है, तो थोड़ी देर के लिए रोज आंखें बंद करनी पड़ेगी. So meditation is extremely, extremely important. This is clear to everyone? Yes. Then the third thing which is very important is pranayamas. Prana is the life force energy. The life, है ना? किसी को देख के हम बोलते हैं ना, क्या लाइवली है ये, लाइवली बोलते हैं ना. वो लाइवली क्या है? मतलब प्राण ऊर्जा है. there is good life force inside you. So you are vibrant because there is a lot of prana in you. There is a lot of life in you. Okay. And then what happens when the prana level goes down? You may be the best person in the world. You will automatically start feeling negative. You will start getting doubts. You will start feeling lonely, not liked, not appreciated. You will look at yourself in the mirror and not like yourself. When your prana is high, you look at yourself in the mirror, you start liking everything about you. Yes or no? Yeah? So that is the power of prana. So it's very important to practice prana. You know, it's like, what will pranayama do? Pranayama will make you like this ocean of energy. Dekho, if you throw a small stone into a small pot of water, you throw a stone, what will happen? A lot of ripples will get created. Yes or no? Yeah. Now you throw the same stone in a bigger pot of water. Ripples get created, but lesser. Yeah. You throw the stone into a pond. There is some disturbance. Now you throw a big rock into the ocean. What happens? Nothing happens to the ocean, but the rock sinks in. This is what pranayama does to us. Pranayama turns us into an ocean of energy, ocean of life. No matter how many rocks and stones and pebbles get thrown at us, we are able to stay still. Are you understanding this? So every day for 15 minutes, practice pranayama. What pranayama should you do? You already know this. Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, you've heard of this? Yes, alternate nostril breathing. Breathe in from one nose, breathe out from the other. Then breathe in from the same nostril that you have just exhaled from. Am I clear? Practice this for 5 minutes, 2 to 3 times every day, and you see how your face starts to glow. Then another very interesting pranayama. This is the last practice I will teach you. Sit up straight. I will need 24 hours if I have to teach you everything that I know about face yoga. I know we are running out of time. So this is one last practice I'm teaching you. After this, we will meditate for 2-3 minutes. I don't have much time. I would want to make you meditate longer, but we'll do a short meditation and then we'll close the session. So what are we going to do? We are going to do a mudra with pranayama. So we are going to do a Shanmukhi mudra, hand gestures, with Brahmari pranayama. So Brahmari means humming bee, bumblebee, madhumakhi. तो हमने क्या करना है? मधुमक्खी के जैसे आवाज करनी है. We are going to hum like a humming bee or a honey bee. With exhalation, we make this sound. And then inhale again from the nose and then exhale. आपको पता है जब हम ये हमिंग साउंड के साथ एक्सहेलेशन करते हैं, शरीर में 15 गुना ज्यादा नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड बनता है. So when we exhale with a sound vibration of either om or the production of nitric oxide in our nasal and sinus goes up by 15 times. Nitric oxide is essential for our heart health. हृदय के रोगों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा है और lungs को भी बहुत strengthen करता है और antiviral भी है. So if you do Brahmari every day, you are actually popping in an antiviral pill. Okay, so you can practice Brahmari 2-3 times every day for 4 to 5 minutes. It will do magic to your body, calms down your mind, and your skin will glow like anything in few days only. Chalo, kaise karna hai? Your little finger on your chin, and your ring finger on your upper lip, your middle finger on the side blades of your nose, your index finger on your eyelids, and your thumb is pressing down on this little cartilage on your ear. So thumb is pressing down here. ठीक है? ये समझ में आ गया? Put your hands down, everybody. Just see once. So your little finger on the chin, all right, clear everyone? And the thumb goes on the cartilage on the ear. Badhiya. So you have placed your fingertips very gentle, okay? You are not pressing too hard on your face. Now you breathe in. And as you're humming, just let your hands be gently touching on the face. You don't have to press it hard down. Some people make gentle movements with their hand to create vibration on the face, which is also okay. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to create a gentle movement, that's also okay. तो क्या कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं कि चेहरे पे थोड़ी सी वाइब्रेशन हो जाए, उसके लिए क्या करते हैं कि ऐसे हिलाते भी है हाथों को, उंगलियों को. वो भी ठीक है, वैसा भी कर सकते हैं. और कुछ लोग वो नहीं करते, वो केवल उंगलियों को इन पॉइंट्स पे रख के और बस हमिंग साउंड करते हैं 5-6 बार. वो भी ठीक है. Both ways is fine. All right? Chaliye, let us do it 4-5 breaths together, everyone. Your hands are placed very gently. Your fingertips are placed very gently on the face. Now breathe in through the nose. Relax your hands, keep your eyes closed. आंखें बंद रखें, हथेलियों को विश्राम दें. रीढ़ की हड्डी को सीधा रखें. Keep your spine erect for some time. आंखें बंद रखें. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in again. Lift your shoulders up slowly. सांस लीजिए. कंधों को धीरे धीरे ऊपर उठाइए. हा बोल के कंधों को विश्राम दीजिए. Relax your shoulders down with a ha. Relax your shoulders. Relax your forehead. Relax all the muscles in your forehead. Relax your eyes. Continue long deep breathing, and with every exhalation, relax the muscles on your face, relax your eyes. Relax your cheekbones and your cheeks, muscles on your cheeks. Keep a gentle smile on your lips. Relax your lips into a smile. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, make your smile bigger. And let your smile spread into your body. Let each and every cell of your body start smiling and relaxing. Let your whole body start smiling. Breathe in. As you exhale, let your smile spread down into your whole body. Become aware of your breath. Breath is moving in and out of your body on its own. Let your mind follow this incoming and outgoing breath. Incoming breath energizes you. Outgoing breath relaxes you. A deep breath in. And breathe out. You are love, peace, and joy. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly and gradually become aware of your surrounding. Om Shanti. 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 And whenever you feel like, slowly you may open your eyes. आपका जब भी मन हो धीरे से आंखें खोल सकते हैं. How do you feel? Good. Nice, everybody. The calmness in your mind is the radiance in your eyes and your face. So practice meditation if you really want facial nirvana. The most important thing for facial nirvana is calming the mind for some time. I remember when we were in school, we used to be very fond of those Audrey Hepburn quotes. I remember her saying, Kya tha Kanika ji? Yeah, for beautiful eyes, look for good in others. For beautiful lips, speak words of kindness. And for a beautiful poise, walk with this knowledge, walk in this knowledge that you are never alone. That makes us beautiful from inside and outside. Thank you, ladies. It was so wonderful to connect with you. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. I loved being with all of you. You know, having so many beautiful, smiling, wonderful women, strong women in front of me, it gave me so much more energy back. It's like, when you walk into a hall of mirrors, what you throw at the mirror is what you get back, right? You walk into
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
So
Thank you
I've actually
so much,
walked into a hall
Kamlesh.
of mirror today. Thank you so much for this wonderful experience. Lots of love to you. Stay safe, keep practicing, and stay healthy.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Thank you, Deepa.
Thank you so much, Kamlesh ji. Thank you so much for such beautiful words. And, this was one rejuvenating session. And who would think that with such simple and subtle yoga exercises, I mean, we could make our faces glow inside out. That was truly an amazing session. But we do have some members wanting to ask you questions. So can you please take it, Kamlesh ji?
Sure.
Great. So coming up first is Rekha Vaidji. Rekha ji, please go ahead and ask your question.
Jai Gurudev Kamlesh ji.
Jai Gurudev Rekha ji.
I've had the privilege of doing yoga with you, in Rishikesh way back in 2001 too.
Oh, that is long back.
Yeah, during the silent sessions over there with Guruji. So you used to take our morning yoga. So I just wanted to know, how did you join Art of Living? How did you come on this path? And could you tell us a Guru story also, please?
Oh. I am the Guru story, actually, because before Art of Living, I was definitely not what and who I am today.
Okay.
I'm born and brought up in a very loving, caring, over-pampering family. So they pampered me so much that I was a useless person outside of my house. I couldn't really face any challenges and realities of the world, the real world outside of my home. So it was a difficult time for me. And then, I had, because of all the stress, peer pressure, and the fear of the world, when I went to college, I think I couldn't handle all that, and I did not know how to relax. I think I took a lot of stress, and you get so conscious in that age. I don't know what all the teenagers go through. I do everything that all the teenagers go through. And that's when my doctor had suggested me Art of Living. So that is how I came to Art of Living. I did not tell my friends in college that I was going to do a yoga or a meditation course, because that time it was very uncool, In our times in school, college, nobody would go to yoga. You would go probably to a disco and feel proud about it, then going to a yoga class. So that's how I started. But then, of course, my life transformed, changed. I became a better person, not just physically, mentally, emotionally. I became so strong. And this has been like almost 21 years I have been on my own, alone, traveling around the world and doing most amazingly beautiful, amazing things. So this is my story. And I still continue to do that.
Thank you so much, Kamlesh. Our next question is from Mudra Goenka. Mudra, kindly ask your question, please.
Hello, Kamlesh. Firstly,
Hi,
thank you so much for completing this such an important day with such a rejuvenating session for all of us. Thank you so much. So my question for you is there any correct time to practice face yoga? And are there any prerequisites like cleansing, toning, and moisturizing of face before we begin?
Interesting question. Yeah, so like any other yoga practice, I would suggest that you practice not on a very full stomach, but yes, because we are the face yoga that I am teaching you has mudras, have pranayamas, so have shuddhi kriyas, the techniques of cleansing. They are not just simple massage or asanas that you can do on a full stomach. The things that I've taught you here, I would prefer that you practice them on a not on a very full stomach, but it's okay. Like if you've eaten something and you give yourself like a half an hour and you practice after that is okay. And Yeah, I mean, the best time to practice would be in the morning before you eat something, and probably in the evening when you get back from work. Just cleanse your face, wash your face, and I mean, for me, cleansing toning would be wash your face and put a chandan. So put a chandan, it makes you feel very calm. And, you know, if you put this chandan tikka on between your eyebrows,
Yes.
that just calms down your pituitary, and it's very good for, it heals us. So that is something I think we could do, and before we start. It'll sudden, and also it just suddenly brings the focus here in between your eyebrows and makes you more aware and focused on your practice. So that's something you can do.
Thank you so much.
And cleansing, toning, everything will happen from inside if you do pranayamas and kriyas. And of course, also you can do your outer things.
Noted.
Also.
Noted.
Also.
Thank you.
Everything.
Thank you, Kamleshi.
Thank you.
Divya Garg, can you please ask your question, please?
Yeah, Jai Gurudev Didi. Thank you so much for amazing session. You are truly a divine soul. My question is, as I am a mother of 16 months old baby, always running out of time. So equally, I believe that one should be mentally and physically fit. So taking care of oneself is very, very important. So could you please guide us with 3 must-do facial yoga, which I can incorporate in my lifestyle or something
Yeah.
which I can do in a short period of time?
Yeah, you know what? I have seen that with most of us, when we need to do yoga most, that is the time when we don't do it at all. You know, so when people are, you know, it's like, oh, today is Sunday and I'm very happy, there's no work and I'm very relaxed. All right, let me do yoga today. Arey Baba, the day you are not relaxed, you are unhappy, you are upset, you are sad, you are not feeling physically well, that is the day you are actually supposed to definitely do yoga. But we do it ulta, hai na? So similarly, Divya, I know the phase that you are in your life. It's, of course, a lot of attention goes in caring for a little one, and it takes a toll not just on your body, but so much on your time, so much on your emotions. And this is the time when you really, really need to be practicing something. This is that day that you should practice.
Yeah.
And not wait for one day I will get free when the kid starts going to school, I will do yoga. That's absolutely not what I would want you to do. So for you, I think you really need to meditate at least 15 minutes every day. Just put a guided meditation and take out that time when the baby goes to sleep. You just, okay, if you cannot sit and meditate, you lie down and do yoga nidra. That is one you can do. So the baby is sleeping, you lie down and do 20 minutes of Yoga Nidra. There is a Yoga Nidra by Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji on YouTube. Do that. Pranayama. So you must practice Nadi Shodhan Pranayama 3 times a day, no matter what. And of course, if you've done Art of Living, find time to do your Kriya.
Yeah.
That's
I do that.
That's
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Divya.
But you're anyways glowing and you look so beautiful. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you, Kamleshi. Our next question is from Priyanki Garg.
Namaste, Kamleshi.
Namaste.
Today's session on Pace Yoga was very enlightening and had wonderful, simple jewels for us to learn. Due to our fast food diet and super fast lifestyle, most of us are facing hair fall problems. Current COVID situation is adding to this problem as many COVID recovered are facing hair fall problems. My question to you is that, does the Pace Yoga have any solution to this specific problem? Can you help us out in this?
Yes. See, any yoga practice that you do, any inversions that you do. So practices like Haspadasana, or you can do butterfly for your stimulation of internal organs. Titli asan bolte hain, and then bend forward. Shishu asan, child pose, you go down on your knees and bend forward. These, all the inversion practices are very, very good for strengthening your hair follicles. That is one. Okay? Second thing is right amount of sleep. So how much are we sleeping and when we are sleeping is also extremely important. That is something we need to take care of. Now with lockdowns and staying at home for, so many months together, I know we have really not kept a routine. When we were working, going to office, we had a certain time, no, for everything. This time I go to sleep, this time I wake up, I pack my bag and run. But now, because we've been at home, we are working for family, working for ourselves, the routines have gone haywire. So most important thing is to sleep on time. The biggest cause of hair loss is if we are not taking a proper sleep. So what is proper sleep? Okay, I suddenly remembered something. There was a research somewhere to find out how much should one person, or how much does one person sleep on an average? Tell me, how much does an average person sleep?
7 hours.
7 hours? Okay. Yes. Anyone else? How much does an average person, how much average does a person sleep? I don't know how to put it, rephrase it. I've spoken too
8
much.
8 hours maybe?
8 hours. Acha, theek hai. Should I give you an answer? What did the research find out? 5 minutes more. So no matter how much you sleep, you want to sleep 5 more minutes, isn't it?
5 minutes.
अलार्म लगाते तो भी उसको बंद करके बोलते 5 मिनट और, है ना? देखो, no amount of sleep is enough, but yes, ideal is 8 hours, but that is for younger people. As we grow older, it can go up till 6 to 5 hours also. But the time is important. If you don't eat after sunset and you sleep early, say around 9:30, 9, I tell you, you won't have hair fall. So that going to bed early is extremely, extremely important, because the liver gets the, that desired time to function. That is one. Then what else? What you are what you eat. So we have to see what we are eating. If we are eating anything which is if we are eating too much of processed food and food that is more acidic in nature, we will have hair fall. So alkaline food and food that is cooked at home and is freshly consumed is the only kind of diet that can support hair growth and hair. So these are 3 things that you have to do.
Thank you so much, Kamlesh ji, for giving us.
पता नहीं, सुना है ये भी करना होता है, पर पता नहीं इससे बाल उगते हैं कि नाखून झड़ते हैं, ये मुझे मालूम नहीं. ये करके देख लेना. ऐसा भी कुछ बोलते हैं. I have not tried it.
Thank you so much, Kamlesh.
Thank you so much, Kamlesh ji. Thank you, Priyanki. Can I please request our chairperson to take over now? Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was really, truly very interesting session, and in fact, very refreshing and rejuvenating, I should say. Kamlesh ji really enjoyed it as much as I was thinking that it will be. It was like that. And now I would like to honor you with a green certificate. At Flow, we believe in planting a tree in your name, in trees of Sundarbans. So, and you can track that tree with the certificate number given at the bottom. And fondly remember Flow Kanpur every time you track the tree.
Oh, what an honor. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much.
And I would also like to say that, from today evening, we are going to start our 21 days challenge, Move It, Repeat. So members do log in, join in, and let's see, after 21 days, we are all going to be rejuvenated with all the facial exercises, good food, good movement, and everything. And now I would like to invite my Vice Chair, Sneha Gupta, for a formal vote of thanks. Sneha, over to you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kamlesh ji. Extremely, immensely grateful to you for such an interesting session on staying youthful. Your valuable tips on various types of smiling asanas will certainly be memorable for each one of us, and it will help us glow from inside to outside. We couldn't have commemorated today's International Yoga Day with anyone more befitting than you. My sincere gratitude to our dynamic chairperson, Kanika Ved, for each time coming up with such interesting learning workshops, giving all of us this opportunity to interact with such passionate speakers. I would like to congratulate and thank today's event chair, Deepa, for conducting this event so gracefully. My gratitude to all the members from all chapters for joining today. Today's event or any event is never possible without you. Thank you to our media team for handling it each time so impeccably. Most importantly, we would like to thank Omnio Life for their aromatic and therapeutic oil, and big thank you to www.amira India for sponsoring today's hamper. If they haven't reached you yet, it is on its way and will reach you soon. So do visit www.amiraindia.com. Lastly, extending my heartiest congratulations to our annual sponsors, Eris Life Science and Pramanjali Foundation for their generosity. Let's glow from inside to outside. Have a great evening.